Hi, I'm Amy Karanik, and this is the new Sculpey Bead Making Kit. Inside here is just chock full of everything you need to get started making polymer clay beads. There is a bead making guide. Inside the guide you get instructions on how to make just tons and tons of different kinds of beads. Triangle beads, marbled beads, texture, lentils, coils, and tube beads. So it's all the instructions are in there. You get a couple pieces of wet, dry sandpaper. You get 400 and 800. I love how well they're marked on the back, because even if you cut these down into smaller pieces, you'll still know by the markings what kind of paper it is. That's a big problem for me when I buy paper in the automotive store or the home box shop. They're not labeled clearly on the back, and once I start cutting them down, I can't remember what they were. But anyway, wet dry sandpaper is essential for making ultra smooth beads, and having paper that you can use under running water is essential for polymer clay. There's a great little blade inside here, stiff and rigid, very, very sharp and easy for cane slicing, mokumegane, that kind of thing. There's a nifty, neat needle tool, great for piercing beads. I'll show you real quickly how that's done. Just start at one side of the bead and drill lightly through. Now what I do is put my other finger just opposite where I can see the needle tool is going to come through. And I'm using a drilling motion and just gently pushing so I'm not distorting the bead. Now I can feel the tip coming out on the other side. So I want to pull the bead poker back through and then just stick it right in that little hole and go back the other way with that same drilling motion. That way you don't get a rim of clay around the edge of the hole. If you go one way and then the other, you get just a perfectly shaped hole, and you haven't distorted the size or shape of the bead. This tool is also great for, say, etching designs in a piece, as well as poking holes. You can create textures, designs, freestyle etching with the needle tool, and I like that. It comes with a cover. So that's the needle tool. You get this baking cushion, which that's good for like putting a bead on that in when it's ready to go in the oven. A lot of times your baking pan or aluminum foil, if you bake on that, will create a real shiny space where the bead laid on the foil or the pan. And so this cushion will keep that from happening. You could also use it to texture the sides of beads. You could use your sandpaper for texturing as well. Okay, we've got a clay roller in there, essential for making little sheets of clay. Two more items besides the handy carry pouch. Wouldn't this be great to just load up and have that with you all the time in case a clay day breaks out and you're not aware that's going to happen? You'll be ready. There's a great little circle cutter in here, and if you start with a rolled out sheet of clay, what this is great for, and I'm going to use my needle tool to just poke that out, is say you want to make some beads real quickly. By using the little circle cutter, you'll always have the exact same volume of clay for quickly rolling exact same size beads. In bead making, the volume of clay is sometimes hard to measure to keep all your beads consistent, but you can see here by using the cutter how quickly and easily that works, besides the hundreds of myriad other uses that you're going to find for that little circle cutter. And then last but not least, in that package, I have the lentil bead tool, and this is a clear piece of real hard plastic that won't react with the clay, and I'll just demonstrate quickly how to make a lentil bead. I like to make little beads. The lentil shape is obviously wonderful by itself, but I like to use swirled beads so you can see the added benefit of using this tool. So you just put a ball of clay, and this could be scrap or anything, under the square, and you just start rolling it around in a circle. And you can see under there that this bead actually has a point on the top and the bottom, and you could stop here if you want. That would be called a bicone bead. But if I keep going around and around, and then if I start slowing my motion down and pressing down the middle of the bead, then you'll have a lentil shape. So if you look at it from the side, it's just like a lentil that you would eat. And if you look from the top, you can see how those beautiful stripes are all swirling out of the middle. And that happens from using this tool and dragging all those swirls around and around and around. So that's beautiful. I'm excited about the Sculpey Essential Bead Kit, and I think you will be too.